and welcome to the fourth session that we've had. We did it from February 13th, so on Saturday, and we actually learned a lot about different emotions, feelings, and kinds of descriptions. So we're going to start ourselves off by saying I did make a teeny little mistake when it comes to the bonus word from the last time for cactus. It is not the A shape, it's actually the B shape for cactus this way or cactus this way. So that was my bad. Sorry. So hopefully you'll be able to not give me bad points for that from the previous time. So we're going to get ourselves started with doing. We're going to be doing some 3 different types. We're going to be doing some positive kinds of feelings and descriptions, and then we're going to be doing negative kinds, and then we're just going to be doing stuff in just general that just kind of like a few of them are kind of more like opposites kind of thing, but they're going to be listed in alphabetical order, just so that just kind of makes it easier to try to, to maybe hopefully be able to remember that. So we'll get started with the first one to be positive. So we'll start with beautiful. Okay, it's kind of like you're grabbing a part of your face and just, it's just beautiful, or attractive or pretty. Second one down is brave or bold. So it's like you tap at your shoulders and just kind of pull it up and show how strong you are. Bold. It also means health. The same thing for health. If like a doctor were to like ask you, how are you feeling today? Like, I feel pretty healthy. So I hope that's the case for you. And we have comfortable. So you kind of twist your hands around, kind of like how you're like, it's kind of like pressing something in your hands and just kind of like at peace. Like, this is very comfortable, very comfy. Then we have confidence or trust. So it's kind of like you're grabbing at a rope and just kind of pulling it down to you, like you trust the rope to hold you up. Next one is enthusiastic, or very eager. Like, oh, I can't wait. Next one is feeling excited or thrilled. So it's with middle fingers, and they just kind of point it out and they're towards your body, and you just kind of like circle them around you, just like, ooh, yay. And especially with any of these types of emotions or feelings, you really want to emphasize with your body language and your facial expressions. That will really be super beneficial with being able to really show your actual true emotions with this. So yeah, excited is getting excited. I kind of do this anyway because I'm very, very giddy, but it really want to be able to let you all know about that too, just to really emphasize with like your expressions. Next one is feeling fine. Make sure to learn this from the first one, just with like learning about how to be able to like have the just kind of have like a little bit of conversation piece. Funny, I'll get a little close up. So you take your 2 fingers here, like the U shape hand, and you just kind of brush them against your nose, like that's funny. Next one is good. Dominant hand comes to the chin, and you put it down to your non-dominant hand, kind of like good or feeling well. Next one is handsome. I've seen 2 ways of this. So like your H hand, I've seen it mostly done this way, where you kind of go like where dimples would be at your cheeks. Handsome. Or the second way to do this is to kind of make like the H hand shape kind of go around the face, kind of like with beautiful, but with kind of just with the H. So handsome or handsome. Next one is feeling happy. Oh, so happy. So this is just kind of like just flat palms, and you just kind of like brush them up against like your chest up here, just happy, happy, happy. Next one is 2 ways I've seen to do honest, or honest is I've seen it this way with H hands, kind of at the mouth here, and just kind of to be honest, like you're actually like telling about how honest you feel. Or you can do honest this way, which also means truth. So this is kind of like you're sawing it right on top from your dominant hand in the H form, and you're sawing it like right here on your non-dominant hand down here, so truth. Next one is humble. I'm going to put to the side for this one because this is a little bit, this side, this will be better. This side will be better. So you have your non-dominant hand down here, kind of like in tabletop position. And you take your H hand up here. To be humble is to bring it down this way. So this is slow. So this is humble. So it's H up here, and then you just kind of gradually put all of your fingers together underneath. So humble, meek, modest. That's what that means. So humble. Next one is kind or nice. So kind, nice. Next one is, you probably may know about this one, love. Oh, love. Yay, love. This one is patient or to endure. So you're going to take your A hand. You can actually, I've seen it mostly do it with both hands, but you can also do with one. But you take your A hands and you kind of put them together like this. And you have your thumbs kind of drag down your lips like this. Be patient, to endure, to bear. So that's the sign for that one. Next one is perfect. So you have P hands, letter P's, and you kind of touch the fingertips of the middle fingers together like this. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I'm hoping that you are feeling really good about how we're doing right now, because what you're doing is perfect, that you're practicing. Next one is feeling proud or having pride. So it's taking like your thumb out, kind of like your 10 hand. I'll call this a 10 hand. So your thumb is kind of sticking out, and you have it like dragged down right by your stomach, and you drag it up to your sternum to feel proud. Or you're feeling pride. So it's kind of like dragging it up your esophagus, up to like probably just under by your collarbone. Next one is feeling satisfied or content. So it's just kind of like your not karate chopping, but index side of both hands, where dominant is above and non-dominant below, is to feel satisfied. Next one is silly. Get a little close up with this one. So it's the Y hand, and you just kind of like with funny with the H. You just kind of use the Y and you kind of brush it here against the nose with your thumb. So this is silly, goofy. So that's the sign for that one. Next is smart or clever. So middle finger out like this, and then you point it to your head and you say that you're smart, witty, intelligent, clever. Next one is special. So you take your non-dominant one hand, and you take your dominant hand, you just kind of pull it up like you're feeling special, extraordinary, unique. So that's how you would be able to sign that one. Next is strong or power. So kind of take like your non-dominant hand, you just kind of ready to show a muscle, you're going to shape the muscle. So this is strong or power. All right, next one is feeling surprised. You really want to make sure your eyes are open for this, because if you feel a surprise like, oh, like that's just kind of emphasizing the eyes. So it's just flicking open the eyes with your index and thumbs. Surprise. Next is the last one is feeling wonderful, great, fantastic, incredible, awesome. So it's just kind of like raising the roof. This also means Sunday, but it's in context, it's also the same as those types of feelings. So you just kind of like up and down, up and down. Pretty simple. All right, so the next one we're going to be learning about negative traits. So this is negative. So we'll start with afraid, fear, feeling scared. So you take like 5 hands and you kind of have your palms towards your chest and you're just going to kind of shake it together. And you really want to show that if you're feeling, does this look like you're feeling afraid? No. You want to actually look, you want to look like you're feeling afraid. Feeling free. Okay, like you're freaking out kind of thing. Next is anger. So you have like bare hands, kind of like bare claw hands like this, and you just kind of drag them from like your belly up. You're like anger, wrath, kind of feeling. Next is feeling ashamed or shame. Now this is going to be a little bit different from another sign that's going to be kind of close to it, but I will give you the difference. So this is shame. It's kind of taking your hand like in a C fashion, but taking the thumb up over here like this. So you kind of have it cupped, but your thumb is up. And you kind of want to drag your fingertips from about your jawline and kind of drag it out, feeling ashamed. Like I feel ashamed. So it's kind of dragging it out. Okay. It's shame. And you really want to like, oh man, like you feel really ashamed about that. Bad. We've learned this from the first session. It's tapping your lips, putting it down like that's bad. I disapprove. So cheesy, corny. Next one is boring or dull. You just kind of twisting your index finger right at your nose. Boring. Next one is burning mad. Now, we had anger here. This is like you're bubbling over, like ready to explode. So, okay, so non-dominant hand is down here in like table position. This is sign for table. That's why I say table position. So it's just kind of like, so it's just easier for me to say table. So sorry about that. And then you're going to take your dominant hand and you're just going to kind of wiggle your fingers, but then circle it around like it's starting to boil, like you're boiling the pot kind of thing, but it's kind of stirring within you, like, God, boiling mad, I'm infuriated. So that's how you would sign that one. Next is crazy. Local, however you want to emphasize that, which you probably have already been doing anyway. So you've been learning sign way long time ago. Next is depressed and depression. I've seen 2 ways to do this. I've seen it mostly depression in this fashion. So you have your fists up here, kind of like just under your shoulders, and you're just going to kind of like open your hands and just drag it down, like just depressed, like everything is just kind of like everything's just kind of pulling you down, like you're just too much to bear right now. This is just depression. And then I've also seen it this way, where you have your middle fingers here and you have them toward like right at the position where for like depression, but the middle fingers are pointing towards your shoulders and just kind of like drag those down. Like this is depressing, like disheartening, that kind of thing. Next one is doubt. So you're going to have like S hands and you're going to kind of hold them out in front of you and you're just going to kind of like you're driving a car but having the palms down. So this is doubt, like I doubt that. Next is embarrass. Something is embarrassing. So 5 hands, and you're just going to kind of circle them out under your chin, like, and that was embarrassing. Oh, frustrated. Okay, you're going to have your hand like this, not quite letter B, but just kind of palm out, and it's going to be kind of frustrated. And you just kind of flick it up to your chin like you're frustrated. Next one is grouchy or grumpy or cross. So you have like a bare hand like this, and you're going to put it in front of your nose, but it's kind of like, think of Grumpy the dwarf, and just kind of squeeze his nose, like grumpy, grumpy. Hate. So you have your thumb and your middle finger together, and you're just going to kind of flick it out. Hate that. Next is feeling jealous. Letter J, kind of like the J. You kind of point the pinky to the corner of your mouth and just twist it like jealous. Feeling really jealous. Or envy. Next one is feeling lonely. I've seen another feeling that's used 2 ways. I've seen both ways. One is where you have like one, basically, and you can either kind of drag it to you like this in a circle, like feeling alone, or you can kind of have it kind of turn into you, like alone, feeling lonely. So either way is acceptable. Next one is feeling lousy or rotten or just bleh kind of thing. So it's number 3 from the nose at the thumb, and then just kind of put it down. Blah. Next one is feeling mad. Now we had anger here, and mad is just with one hand, and then you just kind of put it to your face like mad. Make sure you really emphasize the expression mad. Next one is feeling mean, or if someone is mean, karate chop yourself across your shoulder and just drag it down. Like like you're kind of having like a sash here, like you would see for like a beauty pageant or something. So you just mean, so mean. Next one is a kind of a sad one, where if you were to miss something, not like you missed on like a session or you missed a class, where you lost an opportunity. It's like if you were to miss somebody, or if you miss how things used to be way back when kind of deal. So it's like you point to your chin and you just have like a really sad kind of face. Like, I miss you, like I miss that. Next one is, well, actually just feeling sad. Kind of think of like tears, where your fingertips are, and just kind of just drag them down. I'm just feeling sad. You can use 1 or 2 hands, so you can just say sad or sad. Either is acceptable. Next one is feeling shocked. Okay, so it's at the side, and you kind of have like 3 hands, and you take them up here, and you just kind of, okay, so it's, feeling so shocked. So you're kind of pulling it down and kind of gripping it up a little bit, like, And it also for used for dumbfounded. Missed one. Selfish. Same 3 hands, but just kind of pull them to you like that's selfish. So we have shocked here, and then selfish is here. Selfish. Like you're trying to grab things to you, okay? Or greedy. Greedy. Shy. Now I told you before that shame is this kind of where it's out towards from you. Shy is taking it and kind of turning it. All right, so it's like the same cupped hand, but with the thumb out, and then just shy, feeling really shy. he's really shy. Like, and you really want to kind of like, when someone is shy, you don't really want to open yourself up so much. You just kind of like, you really kind of close, you like kind of conceal yourself in, just shy. And it's very little. It's a very little twist compared to shame, where it's really out there, like, it's really shame. So I hope you can be able to understand the difference. The next one is feeling sorry. So letter S, feel sorry, regret, sorrow. So it's kind of like making a circle, like kind of like around your heart, because sometimes if you were to feel sorry, you really feel it here, like it the feels here. So it's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Next one is stubborn. So have a hand out like this, thumb to like about the temple, about here at your face, and then just stubborn, obstinate. So that's what that means, stubborn. And if I recall, that's actually the same sign as donkey, so it makes sense. Next one is thoughtless. Now, I've seen two ways of this. I recall you make letter K's, okay, kind of like letter K's, and you kind of cross them across your forehead like this. You're thoughtless. I've also seen it this way, where you kind of drag it over your forehead. So thoughtless, careless, reckless, but either way is acceptable. I kind of like this one because it's just kind of it's a little bit more fun to sign it this way. So thoughtless versus thoughtless. Next one is feeling terrible. Okay, so we have hate. We're going to do that, but towards your head, like, terrible, just awful. Ugh. So it's right towards your head. Terrible. Next one is feeling weak or frail. I've seen either you can use two or, okay, letter V or letter W hands. So you kind of take them, like if you have like a person standing right here, and you have like weak, like their knees are bending down, or you can do weak with like a W, weak, or frail, feeble. And the last one is wrong, or a mistake, or oops. So it's letter Y, and you kind of face it towards under your chin like this. It's my mistake, my bad, oops, that was wrong. All right, so that's all the negative ones, and then we're going to go to number 3 with all the general descriptions. So we have busy. Letter B like this, and just kind of have your palm like this, kind of like palm to you in the non-dominant, and just kind of go back and forth. Busy. Next is clean. It's the same as nice and kind, but really kind of emphasize clean, very clean. Or you can do this way, where you kind of like scrub it clean. So it's like scrubbing it clean. I've seen it that way as well. Next one is feeling cold. We learned that from the last one, with how the winter is really cold. Next one is curious. So letter F shape, and you kind of point it towards like the bottom of your neck, where your collarbone is, about here, and it's kind of feeling curious, or I'm inquisitive. Next is feeling different, or varied, or opposite. So that's how you'd sign that one. This is dirty. So hand underneath your chin, palm down, and you wiggle your fingers. A little dirty. Also messy or foul. Next is easy. So you have your both palms up, and you're going to be taking your dominant hand and just kind of brush your fingernails like that's easy, simple. Next is false or fake. So one hand and just kind of brush the nose. Now remember, this is funny, but this is fake. Fake, false, artificial. So it's just kind of like brushing the nose. Next is fast. So you're going to have like, kind of like trigger fingers, or the 21 hands, and you're going to be kind of pulling it really quick into you. And you're just going to kind of curve, and you're going to kind of bend your fingers like, that's fast, fast, fast. Or quick, speedy. Next is gentle, like something is soft. You're just going to be kind of closing the fingertips together, but your palms are towards you, so that's soft. You can either do it this way or just emphasize with it. So up and down gently, or just kind of stationary like this. Next is hot or heat. So bare hand like this, and you're just going to kind of bring it to your mouth and just kind of, it's hot, 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 hot. It's going to be kind of taking it out of your mouth. You want to take it out quickly because it's a hot thing to eat. Hot, hot. Next is hungry. Hungry is taking your C hand and putting it right towards, like basically you're going to be shaping your esophagus. You're going to start up here and just kind of drag it down, feeling hungry. If you're really starving, you don't want to like repeat it. You just want to just hungry, really drag it and really show that you're hungry. So that's how you do that one. Next is large or big, and I've seen two ways of emphasizing this. One is size. So large is taking your L's and just kind of putting the palms together this way, and then kind of bringing it out. Like, this is large, this is big. And you can kind of curve your fingers a little bit to kind of, it's really large. And also same for weight, for someone who may be maybe a little bit more plump. So you kind of like take your hands out in front of you, and kind of like 5 hands down with palms towards you, and just kind of, and you want to like puff your cheeks as well. Go, really large person, or a large animal, or yeah, so it would be for more of like a living thing compared to like a large building. You would use large building. Let's see. Next is lazy. Letter L across from you, across to your other shoulder, and just tap it. Lazy. Next is quiet. Quiet, calm, serene, kind of like prayer hands, especially for yoga, when you're kind of down at your heart kind of thing. You start at your lips or at your mouth, and you just kind of nice and calm, nice and serene. Next is right or correct. So 1 hands, and then you just kind of put one on top of the other. Right. That's right. Next is same. So letter Y, and this is kind of what I call a directional sign, where it could be used for, if you're talking about like different, or two different, if you were to like talk about 2 different people, you can say they are the same. If you were to talk about maybe yourself and someone that you're talking to, you say, oh, we're the same. Okay, so it's a letter Y, and you just kind of go back and forth with it. So if I say that, like, I'm feeling good, how are you? Like, oh yeah, I'm good too, same. You don't have, they wouldn't have to say like, I'm feeling good too. You could say same. I hope so. So I hope that's understandable to you. Next one is slow. So very slow. I don't really have to go slow-mo with this one because it pretty much speaks for itself. Just kind of dragging it from maybe about like hand or wrist, and just kind of just dragging the fingertips up. Next one is small. So there's also 2 different ways of doing this. This could also be for size. Small. Most people would probably just do this anyway if you were hearing or deaf. So it's just small. Or if you're talking about like maybe height, it would be you can like emphasize like how short someone is. So this would be kind of like small, short wise. Next is strange or odd. Like that's strange. That's strange. So you're kind of taking your C hand and you're just kind of dragging it, kind of like putting it in front of your face and just kind of closing off there. So it's like, that's strange. That's odd. That's weird. I've seen weird like this way too, with W's, weird. Next is tall. So tall is, or short is here, tall, very tall. And I'm sorry my hand doesn't really, go past the screen. So you basically would keep this shape, kind of like if you're put like your hand on top of someone's head and say that they're tall. They're really tall. And really emphasize the cha. It's really tall. Next is thin or slim. So I've seen it where you have pinkies out and they're kind of like on top of each other like this, touching right by your sternum in front of you, and that's really thin or slim, and you just kind of separate that, but also just kind of thin out your mouth, really like that. Next is thirsty. So you take we had hunger here. So, but thirsty is it's at the chin, and then you just kind of drag it down your neck. If you're feeling parched or really thirsty, drag that slowly and emphasize how thirsty you are. So, next is feeling tired. All right. So, fingertips right here at the shoulders. And you're just going to also going to kind of hunch your back with this as well, because when you're tired or exhausted at the end of a long day, feeling tired. So kind of like you're folding in on yourself. So you just kind of like, I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. Next is true. This is the last one for something that may be just real. So have right here, one at the chin, and then just out. That's true. That's so real. That's sincere or genuine. So those are the terms that we had for this past session. And I put together a few conversation pieces and different phrases that we could use for examples. So here are the conversation pieces. Like if two people come and they met up with each other kind of thing. Here's a few ways it could go. So I'll kind of emphasize like this person over here is the one that's saying hello, and this person here is the one that's responding. Okay. Hello, how are you? I am feeling excited. Really? What's up? I'm going to a party. Woo! So that's the first one. Second one, I'm feeling so good today. Oh, that's great. Third one, I'm feeling fine. You? Same. Fourth one, I'm feeling scared. I'm scared. Why? What's wrong? Fifth one, I'm feeling mad. Just whoa. Just wait a second. Let's just calm it down. Just breathe. Let's just talk about this, okay? Okay. So that's different ways that you could be able to approach it. So you can be able to emphasize like any emotions or feelings you have when you come into conversations with things. You can use like all these different types of phrases when it comes to describing certain things in situations or events that are happening, or how your day is going, or how you actually interact with other people. So a few of these that I put together are, I am just so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Like if a parent is feeling really excited about the things that their child is doing in school, maybe like, oh, I'm just so proud of you, so proud of you. Next, if maybe you can describe about like your friend's cat. Your cat is grumpy. Grumpy. Cat is grumpy. Next one, maybe you saw like a really tall guy. Wow, that guy was tall. That man was tall. Of course, you probably wouldn't even say those things, but you wouldn't really voice that, but you would just be like, yeah. Next one. Well, that was embarrassing. Next one is, this class is boring. Next one. My neighbor, he's crazy. My neighbor, he's crazy. Next one. I kind of had to write this one out just so that y'all would be able to understand. I wrote down, today the water in the shower feels cold. You wouldn't sign everything for that. You would say, today the shower cold. So you would really shorten that up. You would really shorten that up. It's very, very, very easy to be able to sign that. Today the shower was cold. All right. Next one is, please be patient with me. Okay. So that's kind of like a question. So you would say it, patient for me. Okay. Okay. So letter OK is okay. The letters for that. And it's really just saying that, like, be patient with me, but it's patient for me. Okay. Like, you patient for me. Okay. And when you're when you're asking a question, really kind of make sure that you're being inquisitive, or not inquisitive, but you're really emphasizing the question part of it. So you have your eyebrows up, like, okay, like you want to make sure that you're asking a question instead of like just a sentence. Okay. Next one is, why do you feel sad? You feel sad? Why? Why? You feel sad? Why? Next one is, actually the last one is, I think of Aladdin movie. Do you trust me? You trust me? You trust me. And remember, question is, eyebrows are up. So you trust me? You trust me? And it's pointing to me. So any one of these, you can be able to either, when it comes to maybe how you were feeling with something, how you're experiencing the emotions that are like happening with you, or like I said, if you're describing about like different things that you see, or different things to be able to tell stories about, or just kind of explain anything that's happening for you. These are used for, like, these types of words are used for any situation, basically any situation that you can imagine. Imagine. So that finishes for today's session that we had, which was actually really cool. And all together, as of right now, it's about, what is it? Oh, sorry. It's bonus time. Yay, bonus time. So today I'm doing this on Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Okay, so happy, remember happy. Valentine's, it's hearts like this, and you kind of shape the heart shape, and then this is day. So this, you kind of like have a one hand, and then you kind of bring it like from the sun down. Sun is up and now it's down. So happy Valentine's Day. Or you can use both hands here, or you can use both hands here down. So this is also heart. This is like if you were to actually sign the word heart. it's kind of making the heart shape here, like where your heart actually is. So what happened to you for Valentine's Day? Did you actually accept any flowers? Flowers. So it's kind of taking all of your tips together, flowers, and kind of putting it from one end part of your nose to the other of your face, right here. Next is maybe you got some chocolate, so letter C, and kind of swirl it around on the top of your wrist, chocolate. Or maybe you got some candy, so just twist your index finger here, like where a dimple would be on your cheek. Maybe you got a card. So you're kind of making like a shape of a box or a rectangle with your index and thumbs, fingers, and then you just kind of from middle and then down, kind of making the corners of a card. Or maybe you got a special kind of gift. So you have X hands and you bring them, and this is also kind of a directional, like a gift to you or a gift to me. So this is a gift. Maybe you got a nice little hug, or a kiss. Now, I was asked, what is the difference between kiss and more? Because it's the same, it's basically the same sign, but remember, a lot of sign language is used very conceptually. So if you were to say, I love your kisses, it wouldn't be signed or understood as I love your more. That doesn't make sense. I love your kisses. So you would really also emphasize with it. And you wouldn't say, can I have some more bread, please? You wouldn't say, can I have some kiss bread, please? That doesn't make sense. You would say, have some more bread, please? More bread, please? So there's no kissing motion to it, but it's also understood that you're not getting a kiss bread. So it's real, like I said, everything is all conceptual, and it's the basic understanding about how a sign is used, even if it is the same, if it's the same motions. So yeah, so there's kiss. Okay, and so today is February 14th. So FEB 14. So it's just the first 3 letters of the month and then the number 14. So maybe you actually went to go out on a date. Maybe you went to, so you can say going out, as in kind of like you're pulling it out here, kind of going out, like going outside, or going to. So maybe you were going to a restaurant, letter R, restaurant, from corner to corner of your lips. Or maybe it was a fancy restaurant. Ooh, fancy restaurant. Exciting. Maybe you had a special treat, dessert. So after dinner, letter D, you maybe had some dessert. So letter D's are down. So this is date up here. Dessert is down here. All right, so that actually completes this session. I hope you have enjoyed learning a little bit more about different emotions and feelings and descriptions. If there is anything, like if there's like any type of word that I may have missed, let me know, because there were a lot of different kinds and I didn't want to bombard like way too much at y'all. So I was trying to hopefully be able to at least get the gist of everything. But if there's maybe like an emotion that you would like to know more about, let me know. Or if there's a feeling that maybe I should have used in this video, please let me know. Or if you're just really curious and like, hey, what about this one? Okay, let's give it a try. And I will let y'all know. But happy Valentine's Day. Hoping you had a good one. And love y'all, and we'll see you for next time. Sorry. Love y'all, and see you later.